What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another lab session, man. We got my dog Clint back in the building.
Hey, what's going on, you guys, man? It's been a while.
It has, man. It has.
I'm back to be on the scene,
sure.
man. I've been seeing my man Lab doing his thing. Uh, we just here kicking it tonight, man. So I figure I'd get on the scene with him tonight, man.
Yeah, man. Cool stuff. Like I said, glad you came through, bro. Sometimes you got to get around your people, get your mind right, man. Talk about things you need to talk about, get things off your chest, man. Get your mind going again. You know, sometimes you shy away from your roots, you get sidetracked, you get distracted and stuff like that, bro. But I got a lot of topics in here, man. And the first thing we go ahead and get started on is confidence, man. I've learned that a lot of people lack confidence, man. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling somebody the other day, man, is that when you have confidence, bro, you could get through any situation with confidence, even when you're wrong. You could still be wrong. As long as you're confidently wrong, man, you go in there, man, people going to believe you know what you're doing. If you look like you know what you're doing, you act like you know what you're doing, people are going to believe you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I had a teacher tell me that. But what's some ways you think people can build confidence, though, bro? Because I think a lot of people are too scared to fail. You know what I'm saying? I think failing is part of building confidence, though. You know what I'm saying?
I think
Being competent builds confidence. You know, like we do the calisthenics stuff, right? You guys go out there, you able to do muscle ups. You able to do 10 pull ups with 45 I was talking about last time, right?
Yeah.
So when it's time to perform, you already have the confidence because you know you're competent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that makes a difference. But what are some other ways people can build confidence, you think?
I think other ways people can build confidence, man, is just really not caring about what the other person got to say.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of helps out. At times, man, you kind of think too far ahead. You kind of get a little distraught, you know, when you're thinking too far to where that person could say something that can really affect you in a way where your feelings are hurt, right? So that kind of plays a big part as well. But what I like to say is, you know, just not caring. You know, if you can kind of move without someone saying something that can actually hurt your feelings and actually do whatever you want to do and not think about it in a way where it's damaging to you. And I think you actually build confidence from that, you know, and standing up to bullies, right? That helps you out as well. Standing up to people that you feel will tell you something that is something you don't want to hear. That kind of plays a part as well.
Did you ever struggle with confidence in your life? Or have you always been confident?
Struggle with confidence. I can say, yeah, I struggle with some confidence sometimes.
To this day, or like that was when you was younger or whatever?
I get a little nervous sometimes when it comes to performing with calisthenics, right?
Really, man? See, you know what's crazy? I look at you and I'm looking at y'all like, damn, I need to get like these boys. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at you, Izzy, all y'all out there doing y'all little thing. I'm like, damn, okay, I'm gonna catch up. You know what I'm saying? That's funny that you say that though, bro.
I get a little nervous, man. I had a battle maybe a few months ago. That one, I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous only because, of course, you never know what's coming. So you can actually think that, you know, you're doing as much as you need to do to actually put you ahead and it's going to get you that win. But you never know until you actually get out there and you perform.
Fact.
So whenever I was performing, I was a little nervous because I was hoping that I was doing all I needed to do to get me to win. Of course, I didn't win. I didn't win, man. But I think it was because my mind was a little too.
You already had a doubt
far
in the
ahead,
back of your
for sure.
mind.
I did have the doubt in the back of my mind, and I believe I shouldn't have thought that way. I should have just went free spirit and took the day as the day was gonna come. So.
But
yeah,
even you
I was
saying that
nervous.
though, like realizing and being like, okay, I was nervous. That's why I felt like I had no reason to be nervous. I think that's like, okay, next time you go out there, it's gonna be a new level, a new monster coming out there. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So it was cool. It was cool, man. That was something I enjoyed. And I feel like that was something I had to go through. You know, I had to go through the fact that, you know, man, you overthinking this. You know, maybe you should relax a little bit more. Maybe you should, you know, come down to reality and not feel as if you are too big for this one. You know, so that
So you
helped
had
me
a
out.
big head though?
I felt like I had a big head.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking that, man, this is in the bag. I had some homies tell me, man, you got this win, you got this win. But when I was out there, I was performing. I was listening to too many voices. You know, so I had a lot of voices in my mind. It distracted me. So when it came down to performing, it was listening to somebody and doing what I needed to do at the same time, and that kind of played a major part. Played a major part.
Was this one of your first competitions?
Oh, this is my second one. This is my second
Okay.
battle. Second battle. So, it
Was
was
this
it
the
was
first one
cool.
with like a crowd or something like that, or no?
This had more people there.
Okay.
It had more people.
I'm saying that
So
because I used to box, and one thing that I had a problem with when I was boxing, especially like when you have a big crowd sparring, everybody's telling you different things. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? You supposed to listen to one voice, and that's coach. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
But you
real.
got people talking shit to you over here. You got people saying this, saying that. You know what I mean? Or like, hey man, he ain't got you. He ain't got, the opponent talking shit to you about the fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he
Yeah,
ain't got shit on you, man. He's weak, man. Shit like, and they do play a role.
yeah,
You gotta learn how to tune that shit out though. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I think next time you go, like say, it gets better though too. And one thing that I've learned, that I've gained a skill from working in a prison or working in jails and these settings that I've been around is like, these dudes talk shit all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Imagine going to a room with 140 people talking shit to you. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So like, why if that shit don't matter? That shit shouldn't matter out here. I've gotten better at tuning those things out from those
Okay.
experiences. Those are skills that I learned and gained from this job in this field. But that's why I was asking that though, because I had a hard time with that too a long time. I remember getting nervous or like everybody's like the note. It just fucked with me, dog.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
saying something. It bothered me, bro. And it's like, damn, all these eyes are on me. Now I love it, man. Put all the lights on me. Lights, camera, action. I love it all now. You feel what I'm saying? But I think it's something you gotta grow into, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah, for
Or
sure,
get
for sure,
past.
for
But nah,
sure.
that's cool shit, man. I'm glad you had that though. And even like you're doing the battles. You know what I'm saying? It is like, it is nervous
It
performing,
was
bro.
tough, man. It
Competing
was
is
tough.
nervous,
It was
reckon, bro.
tough.
You know
It
what I'm
was
saying?
tough. Everybody's watching
So
me, man. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up. You
yeah,
know what I
it'd be a
mean?
lot, bro.
But it was cool, man. I enjoyed it. And at the end of it, man, I was able to relax, and I was able to understand that, I should have just shut it out of my ear on my
Mm-hmm.
own, and allowed them to kind of go ahead and do their thing. So
Facts.
it was cool. It was cool.
Well, on topic of confidence, man. Uh, I guess how we broke it down, there's confidence in different areas though too. You know what I'm saying? We talking about when it comes to performance and stuff like that, but self confidence is a big thing though too. And I'm gonna say being in shape will help you with self confidence. When you have a big chest walking the room, when you got good posture walking the room, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Those are signs of confidence. You know what I'm saying? And people see that and it exudes off of you too. You know. But I always go back to affirmations, man. I used to go to the mirror a lot and tell myself, man, I'm strong, I'm handsome, I'm this, I'm that, I'm amazing, you the best. No matter what I was doing, I still do it to my day.
Yeah.
To this day, I have like an affirmation board. But like them affirmations, man, you gotta tell yourself anything you want to believe, bro. You gotta tell yourself, bro. It's all in your head, bro. So like, if you don't believe it, how are other people gonna believe it? If
That's
you
real.
don't believe in yourself, how you gonna expect other people to believe in you?
That's real.
That's
That's
crazy,
real.
man.
That's
You know what
real.
I'm saying?
That's
So
real.
like, you really have to program believe in yourself and like, I ain't gonna say fake it till you make it, cause yeah, you fake it till you make it, but like, you gotta walk into that life. You gotta walk into those shoes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta tell yourself what you want to be. You gotta know who you want to be and walk into those shoes. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think self confidence is a big thing. Like email to speak in front of a class. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember times in school, public speaking, that's people's biggest fear. But like being able to speak in front of people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Being able to have a conversation, be able to approach somebody. Let's say I see you got a nice outfit on, right? And I see the store, and I really want to tell you look good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm just nervous. Cause I ain't got the confidence to walk over. Like, what's he gonna think? What that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even with a female, you know what I'm saying? You want to go talk to a girl, man. If you ain't got that self confidence, bro, it's hard to do a lot of things. Cause you be like insecure. You be in your head when it's
Tough.
like, bro, fuck it. The shit don't matter, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's like I look at this shit don't matter, bro.
Yeah, self confidence is everything, man. Self confidence is everything. Um, I tell you, let me see. When as far as affirmations is concerned, man, I didn't start understanding that those were the things that I was telling myself until maybe about 2, 3 years ago, man.
Oh, so you was doing it, but you didn't
I was
realize what you was
doing it.
doing,
Yeah,
type
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So that helped out. That helped out, man. We always have self doubts in the beginning, until you start to tell yourself, man, you good, you good, you got it, man. And that helps out. That helps out, man. So I did like a little bit of that back in the day, man. But understanding that, this is the path that I'm supposed to be on, I felt a lot better. So I was always cool with it.
What are some of the affirmations you would tell
Uh,
yourself if you don't mind? Yeah, asking.
some of the affirmation I tell myself now is more so, you know, you're him, you're one with God. Um, you you are here to provide for yourself. You are here to provide for your family. Um, your kids rely on you. My kids depend on me. Um, I am great. Um, I'm great. What else is another one, man? I tell you, when I'm in the moment, I be in it. When I'm in the
You
moment,
get
man.
that fire, your heart
Hell
get to
yeah,
pumping and stuff.
yeah.
That's how you know that shit get real. That's how you know that shit. When you get your heart get to pumping, you thinking about something, and your adrenaline gets going. You like, damn, I really, yeah,
That
I
shit's a
am,
lot
man,
better. It's a
I
lot
am
better.
for real, man.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I like doing, and I feel like this why I'm selective about who I hang around too. You know what I'm saying? Because every time we link, bro, even with the cameras off, bro, we be talking, we just sharing
Yeah,
ideas,
chop it up,
bouncing off
man. I
each other,
like it.
chopping up. Like, oh, hey man, I got this going on, bomb, bomb. You know what I mean? I like doing it with my friends and people I deal with. Like, I'll tell them, hey man, you great, bro. You do
Yeah.
anything. I hear them. You know, sometimes you get through a moment, you might have a weak moment. I might say, I'm gonna try to do something, right? I cut out if and try my vocabulary, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I might hear you correct this up earlier. We was talking about you like, my bad, we ain't
That's my
trying. You know what I'm
bad, for
saying? So even
sure,
stuff
for
like that,
sure.
I ain't had to say nothing, but like shit like that, or we working out. And you like, bro, now you know you got 2 more reps in you, bro. Why you doing that?
Yeah.
It's just like putting life into people around you. You know what I'm saying? That's a big deal. That's why it's important to get around the
I
right
tell you, it's
folks
important,
who
man.
put life into you, bro. Cause
Yeah.
now you gonna just have some more energy, bro. It's just gonna push you a
That
little
should be
further as you
helping.
would
That
have
should be
done, bro.
helping, man. Especially
You know.
because I've been working out for so long, and people can look at me and say, "Man, I want to look like that. I want to have that body."
Mm,
The best thing for me to do is always tell that person, "Listen, give me 5 more. All right, you're gonna do the same thing. You know what I mean? You're gonna look good the same time. At the same time, and it's good. Let's go ahead and show your body as well.
mm.
Just because you see me in this light doesn't mean that I can't see you in the same light. You know, so that helps out, man. I always try to give words of encouragement. Let's go ahead and get 5 more, man. I had a homie today, man. He had a shirt on today, and I was like, man, he wanted me to record this video. So I
Pop
was
the
like,
top,
I
man.
said, man, take
Pop
your
the
shirt off.
top,
You know what I
man.
mean? Take your shirt off
Yeah,
right
you
quick,
gotta
man. Feel
pop the
good.
top,
I
bro.
said, if we was at the
Yeah.
beach, would you take your shirt off? He was like, yeah, I'll take my shirt off. So I said, why you can't take your shirt off now? So I tell you that made him feel good.
But I'm saying that's a good thing, though. You
That's a
said
good
words of
thing.
encouragement. I guess it's the same thing as affirmation, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Essentially, you know what I'm saying? That's a big deal, bro. You might just change that dude life saying that, bro. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I
Like,
hope I
damn, you know
did.
what?
I hope I
I
did.
look good without my shirt on or
Yeah.
with my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, let me pop the top, man. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what people think. And then your body gonna come along, too, and the
Yeah,
body gonna
yeah,
follow.
yeah,
You
yeah,
gonna
yeah, yeah,
get to
for
where you want
sure,
to
for
get,
sure.
bro. Now, that's cool shit,
That
bro.
helped out, man. That helped out, man. It was a good session today, for sure.
Mm.
Good session.
You
Uh,
know,
Go ahead, boss. Let me hear you.
now I was thinking about it. I don't know if I want to get into that right now,
What's
but
that?
I haven't seen people do that in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like I never been to the beach in a while and people kept their shirt on or going to the
I
pool.
haven't
And
seen
people,
that in a while neither.
I thought that was like more like when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? I remember seeing that when I was
I
younger,
did.
but I haven't seen that in my adult life that much. You know what I'm saying? But uh, even for the kids out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some of the younger dudes that might watch this, bro, like. Shit don't matter. Pop the top,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah,
Fuck it,
for
bro.
sure, man.
Take
For
the shit
sure,
off. And
for sure, for
if you're not
sure.
happy where you're at, I said this the other day, man. If you can't lie to yourself in the mirror,
Yeah,
that's like you low key telling everybody you insecure about something, bro.
yeah.
Man, be confident, bro.
Right, be
Be
confident.
confident, man.
Be
Everything you
confident.
do,
Be
man.
confident.
Fuck that. Pop the top. Let these folks see what you're working with, man. And show them some of that action. If you're not happy where you're at right now, be confident. Still love yourself where you're at right now, but know where you're going. Know where you're trying to get, man. And then you work your way into that confidence,
Yeah,
bro.
for
And
sure.
it just gets higher. The confidence, it like exudes out of you in due time, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I love not wearing the top now. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah, yeah. I
saying?
love it.
Cause we
Hell
got
yeah.
the, you know what I mean.
Yeah, you good to
You could
go.
show
You good to go.
something
You
now.
good to
You know what I
go.
mean? So I think that's a big deal, bro. For real. That's what's up, though, man. That's cool shit.
I got a question for you too, man.
Go ahead, man. I love that, bro. This is why I love engaging with people, man, because it gives me more to talk about, bro. Talk to me, man.
Tell me, man. What are some of your pet peeves, man? What are some of your pet peeves? What's a big no no? Um, before you interact with a woman or even a male, right? What are some of the things that you can say this person has no morals, has no manners? This one wasn't brought up the right way. You can tell that from some of the actions that they're performing.
Hmm.
What are some of yours?
So something I look at, bro, like it's always a consideration, bro. You know, I feel like I've always done a lot for people in my life, bro. So like even small things, uh, of me driving my car somewhere, right? Let's say we're going on a trip, but I'm driving an hour, two
Yeah,
hours, and nobody even offers to pay for my food. No one even offers to throw in some gas money or something like that. That kind of tell me something about these folks that I'm around. They're very inconsiderate. You know what I
I
mean?
got you.
Like even if I said no, like hey, keep your money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just the fact that you offered it. You know what I mean? I look like those small things make a big deal. That could be friends, women, anything it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I look for stuff like that, bro. How people talk to people, like when we're in public, you know, so we go somewhere, how they're kind of communicating with people. I might
Okay.
watch for that. There's a saying with Muhammad Ali, I think it was, man. He was saying like, I watch how people treat the server at the restaurant. Cause you talk crazy to them, what that gonna mean you gonna do to me? You know what I'm
That's
saying?
real.
Like, how you gonna talk to me?
That's
So I
real.
mean, just anybody who's below you, bro. And I'm not
Nah,
below
we
you's
all
a bad
equal,
word,
man.
but I
We all
don't like I
equal.
said they going through a different level of life than you, bro.
Yeah.
Like how people treat people like that, you know. Another thing is like people that are lazy, don't have the ambition or drive to do certain things. Like I try to stay away from that shit, bro. And I can see those things now too. You know, I've dealt with a lot of people, especially in my career field, bro. Working out of prison, I've seen a bunch of different personalities, a bunch of appeal with a bunch of different backgrounds. You know what I mean? So I kind of know how to pick up on certain cues. That's another skill that I picked up from this job. Is like I know I could look at somebody who's probably a functioning addict, bro. You know what I mean? You can probably find somebody who like they're trying to bullshit with you. Like I have people do this in the prison game, right? People come up to you, they'll come up to the flap and hey man, how's your day going, man? This inmate's talking to the officer. Hey, how's your day going, man? What's going on? How's your weekend? Blah, right?
Yeah.
And I say, what do you want, bro? What do you want? Like I know you really not trying to have a conversation with me, bro. You really want some right now. Instead of just asking me for it directly, you trying to be around the bush. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So like you could kind of tell with people doing shit like that, like they want some. I might get a text from somebody that I ain't talked to in a while. They might say, hey man, what's going on? A long time. I ain't talked to you in a while, bro. And I already know this shit ain't genuine. You know what I'm saying? I can see it from a mile away. So I do be looking for people who are genuine, bro, who do those little small things, like are considerate, bro. You know what I mean? And that'll let me know I can fuck with this person on that level. You know what I'm saying? Or like people who keep their word, bro. A lot of people don't keep their word. That's a big deal, bro. You know. So somebody I know, they tell me they're gonna do something, it might be something small, and they don't do it, or they tell me they got me with something, and they don't do it. I already know. Okay, I can't even trust or rely on you.
Yeah.
Like I said, people don't keep their word with themselves. They tell if somebody tell me they're gonna do something,
Yeah.
and they don't do it, bro. Like I see that, I'm like,
Shit
okay,
tough.
damn, you can't fuck with me neither, bro. You know, I can't even plan something which I can't strive for something with you, bro, because you can't keep the word with yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
That's real.
those are like, I don't know if I answered the question. I kind of went around a lot, but that's what I
That
be
was
looking
good.
for,
That
bro.
was good, man.
Those little things, bro. Like I said, just really being considerate, bro. Being conscious enough or reciprocating when it comes to certain things, bro.
Yeah.
Like I said, because I don't mind helping out, bro. But I look like I tell you, my brother in Atlanta, bro. When I first met him, bro, we went to some function, bro, and I'll drive my car. He paid for the parking. I didn't have to ask him for that. I ain't even insinuate nothing. I ain't even bring it up. Dog just offered it, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, dog, I can fuck with him, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just natural for him. And we've been locked in ever since, bro, you know what I'm saying? So now I help my dog, I help me out. People like that, bro, you know?
I tell you, shit is tough, man.
What about you?
I like thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Thank you
How
means a
simple
lot.
is that? How
Thank you
simple is
means
a
lot.
thank you, bro?
It means a lot.
Bro, you know how bad of I'm not saying you're a bad person, bro, but you know how, like, how that is? Like, you can do something for somebody and they won't say thank you?
Yeah.
Or they'll feel, like, entitled that that's supposed to happen?
Yeah.
That's disgusting,
That
bro.
shit is disgusting.
That's wow. I've had it happen a few times, man. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't know too. Some people might they're privileged. People don't realize how privileged they are, so they feel like that's normal. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you still gotta say thank you sometimes, bro.
Still gotta say thank you sometimes.
What else, man? Talk to me, man. What else?
Thank you is one. Yawning. That's one thing, man. I tell you, man.
What you mean by that?
Yawning, I like to yawn with my mouth, with my hands over my mouth, man. I like to
Okay.
cover my mouth, man. Make sure people ain't looking in there, seeing what I have for dinner. You know what I
Okay.
mean? But a
So
lot
if
of
somebody
people,
yawn and they don't cover their mouth, you be like, damn,
it's kind of nasty, man. Cover your mouth. You know
that's
what I
like
mean?
etiquette. Though. That's like
That is
that's
etiquette.
etiquette.
That
Like
is etiquette.
people, they say you're not supposed to brush your hair in public,
Yeah,
right? Shit like that.
some shit like that.
Yeah. So that's etiquette. That's real though.
Those are two main things that stick out to me. You know what I mean? Then of course it's gonna be common courtesy. Of course, how you treat others is how you should be treated as well. Holding the door. You know what I mean? I'm down with holding the door as well.
We was talking about affirmations. When
That
people
doesn't
don't speak
bother me.
highly of themselves,
Yeah,
I want to mess with them. Like I want to get close to somebody like that neither.
yeah,
Cause if I know you don't speak highly of yourself, bro, you won't. That shit gonna poison me, bro. I can't.
for
I
sure.
can't afford, especially at the point and level I'm at right now. Like I can't afford to be poisoned anymore than I already have in the past. Bro, you feel me? So like, if you're over here saying I can't do this or you're talking negative about yourself, it's like, bro,
yeah. It's
keep
tough.
that shit to yourself,
keep
bro.
it to
Like I'm gonna do
yourself,
what I
keep it to
can,
yourself.
bro. I'm gonna try to boost you back up, and if you get with the program, cool. But if you're over there talking down on yourself, you're talking negatively, telling me you can't do this, can't do that. You're gonna try this. I got all these problems going on. Yeah, keep that shit over there, bro. Man, I'm gonna pray for you, brother.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pray for you, brother. You feel me? So, yeah, man. Holding the door though, that is the simple little things, bro.
Simple, small
You
things,
see somebody
man.
coming out, it could be anybody. You see somebody coming out, you hold the door for them.
Yeah,
If they right there, yeah, man, that's what's
I'm
up.
holding the door, man. I'm down with that, man. I'm cool with that. You ain't gotta hold the door for me for when I'm coming out. You know, say your thank you. you know what I mean? I'm good to go.
Hey, man. Thank you, man. So
And
you
I'm good
had
to
a
go.
random family walking through the door, man. And they don't say thank you. That is kind of crazy, man.
I've seen that before too. I've had that happen to me where somebody didn't say thank you,
Not even a
and
head, not even one of these, like,
you know what I
I
mean.
hit
I was kind of
one
like,
of those.
nah. I tell you, when I don't hear it, I'm
Hey,
quick to say, hey, you're welcome. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Hey, you didn't notice I held the door for you? You know,
yeah,
just
man.
to let them know, hey,
Nah, that's funny.
you know, it's good to say thank you sometimes.
It's so crazy how these little things though will go a long way, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially like I had to learn this over time. You know what I'm saying? Some people are still in their mind where they think it's okay for somebody not to say thank you, or they
Yeah.
think it's okay for people to talk negative about themselves. Think it's okay for these things
Yeah.
because they never been around better. They never been around people who actually speak highly of themselves.
That's
You know what I'm
real.
saying? That's like
Yeah.
you around a bunch of people who are out of shape, where you don't think it's okay to be out of shape. Then you get around the A6'3" guys, and they out there flying on the bar,
You know what I
out
mean?
there popping the top, ripped and shredded. You're gonna be like, damn, I gotta get like these
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So that go back to environment though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it helps out, man. It helps out. It takes it a long way, man. It's the company you keep. It's the company you keep, man. Or even the company you used to be around. You know, it's kind of good to move around and get around some other people where you can actually learn and grow from.
Mm.
You know, so that plays a major part. Um,
That's something I look for too. Sometimes if I could learn from somebody, you know what I'm saying? Everything supposed to be mutual, bro. I'm supposed to I'm supposed to benefit from every relationship I get in, right?
yeah,
It should never be one sided. Like some shit needs to be reciprocated, even if it's not to the same extent. But if it's something that you can do, that's cool. If I have a friend that's very funny, that might be the value he provides me. You know what I'm saying? If I have a friend like, okay, me, like, so we'll get on call sometimes, bro, and just chop it. Hey, man, what's going on? What you
yeah, for
working on? What you
sure.
got going on?
Yeah,
Hey, man, I did this, I do the same with my brother in Atlanta, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a relationship. So it's like, okay, you give me ideas, I give you ideas. You give me help, I give you
that's
help.
what it's
You know what I'm
about.
saying? So, but it's
Yeah,
like, it's a mutual thing, and we both benefit.
yeah,
In every relationship you're in, you should both be benefiting from that situation. If you both don't benefit, bro, it's like, what are we really doing here, bro? I'm not here to take care of nobody. I'm not your fucking parent. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm not your guardian. You
That's
feel what I'm
real.
saying? I might
That's
I
real.
might be a little bit of protector from time to time, but bitch, I ain't no guardian. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So it's like, if we both not gaining, you're not able to help me, I'm not able to help you, like what we really got going on. But that's
yeah.
what any relationship you in, like it could be friendship, intimate relationship, partnerships, all that shit. Like,
That's real. That's
you
real,
feel me?
man.
For
That was
sure.
good. You like that one?
Yeah, that was cool, man. I fuck with that. I
Mm.
fuck with that, man.
Let me
Let's
see. I
see.
think I got another one in here for you, man. Uh, Tell me something, man. You just meeting this one chick, right? You guys
Hey,
been
you be
there.
asking some good questions. I fuck with you, bro. You be asking some good questions, bro.
You guys been together for about a month, right? She passes gas. How you react?
You said what?
She passes gas accidentally. She's laughing so hard she passes gas.
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. As long as it's not like
Hmm.
the first date, this ain't my first impression. First impressions are very important now. First impressions are important,
But this
right?
is the first time you heard her pass gas.
No, but this ain't the first date. This ain't the first time legal with her. Like I've been fucking with her for a minute, right? It's been like a month. You said
Yeah.
it's cool, bro. It is what it is, bro. That's it.
How you reacting?
It's a person.
What's she reacting?
I might be like at first. I might be like this, like I might drop my dog. I might be like, I'm like, did you just? I might play. I might make a funny out of like a something funny out of a serious situation. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's good.
But her reaction is gonna dictate how I react though too.
Yeah.
Cause if she don't say nothing or like that's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? But she say something like, oh, my bad. Like and we was laughing. That's different too. That's different than if we just chilling and you just rocking and rolling.
Shit
Now
just
you feel me?
happens though, man. Sometimes
But
shit
it
just
is life.
happens.
That's like, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
it
saying?
does.
It's a human, bro. Human body do things, bro. You
Yeah.
feel me? It's cool, bro. But she ain't finna be around me just letting that thing rip, letting loose. You know what I'm saying? Well, we can't be doing that. I ain't going for it. You feel me? I don't even do that, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So like, if I don't even do that,
That's common
and
courtesy.
my women doing that,
Common courtesy,
oh, we
man.
got
Common
yeah.
courtesy.
That's etiquette problem. That's a hygiene problem now at that point. You feel what I'm saying? We gotta work on some things. Yeah, I ain't getting down like that. What about you, bro? Cause now you gotta answer that now too, bro. Don't leave us hanging now.
Nah, so I tell you, I like to make it a sense of humor thing. So I'm gonna definitely make fun of you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna laugh at you a little bit, and and just kick some games about it, man. So it's all love.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta pass gas. You gotta pass gas, Brody. So it's cool with me, man. I just
But
wanted
how
to
you
leave.
feel like, okay, you with a chick now, right?
Yeah.
And she got to do that, right? But y'all together, you know what I'm saying? It was an accident. Like, what? How would she go about doing this? How do you prefer to want to go about doing it? You in the car? If you in the car, you in the car riding. You just got done having a dinner date, bro, and she just do it in there, bro. What you think? Or like, do you think is you better wait and step away from me when you do what you do?
Nah,
I'm
if
not
we're in
even
the
I'm not even
car,
gonna know about it.
if we're in the car riding, you gotta pass gas, and you let me know you gotta pass gas. I'm gonna say, let's roll the window down. Let's go ahead and pass the gas.
Okay, that's real. That's some grown man shit, bro. That's real.
You know what I mean? I don't think I don't see no reason to act crazy over that shit.
Yeah,
But if it, because I'm gonna want to do it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I might not even tell you. I might just go ahead and pass the gas and laugh about it. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because it's gonna.
But me and my mom, bro, and maybe I'm just messed up, bro, right? But listen, hear me out, right? In my mind, I like my woman smell good, bro. You know what I'm saying? She has a distinct smell. She got this perfume she use or whatever it might be. You know what I mean? And 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 I get an aroma off my woman that isn't pleasant. It
What you
might
mean?
leave a bad thing in my head. Sometimes I like to see my woman in perfect essence, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to have no bad idea of my woman. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And maybe that's childish, bro. But that's how I'm looking. Like I said, I know, like, you don't do what you gotta do. But like I said,
What you mean a
do it.
bad aroma though? You mean like no
Bro,
shower?
no, if I mean that's another problem. We got that going on. That's another problem. But you pass gas, bro. That shit
That's not gonna make her
stink,
have a
bro.
bad aroma though.
Bro, no, if I get
That's a little smell for about 10
if I
seconds now.
smell
It's
that shit, and it
gone.
smell like a grown ass man, bro. We have a problem,
Come
bro.
on now.
If you smell that shit and it smell like a grown ass man, what you gonna think, bro? You gonna be like, damn.
That shit stink, and I'm gonna say, yo, that shit stink for sure. But it's about the food, ain't it? You know what I mean?
It's
It's about what
about the
she eating.
food.
What did you eat? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah,
that shit
yeah,
stink. So that's something I'm gonna say. But you
yeah.
said bad aroma.
I would try and be nice about it. Yeah, I won't say that shit stink, but yeah, that shit stink, bro. I'm be like, damn, bro, that shit stink, bro. Like,
But you said bad aroma. Now we talking. We still talking about the gas?
yeah, the gas, yeah, no,
Nah.
Shawty can't no better room. I'm just saying, like, I don't even want to have my girl stinking like that at all, though, bro. I don't even want to have that at
Better
all, bro.
not
You know what I'm
smell,
saying? But
man.
like I said, that's me too. Maybe I will step away most times.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I'm
sure,
saying? Like
for sure.
I'm gonna go. You're not even gonna know I did something like that, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
And ain't that just me being extra? But like I said, I'm gonna expect the same thing though too in some kind of way. You know what I mean? But once you get close to somebody, when you with somebody for some time, you with somebody for some years, bro. Like that shit's normal at that point though, bro. You
Yeah,
know what
for
I'm saying?
sure, for sure,
That's like you go
man.
walk in on them using the bathroom, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They doing what they doing. You right there brushing your teeth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's normal at that
That's
point.
normal, for sure.
But
That's
like
normal.
it's levels to you gotta get to that point though too. You
Yeah.
feel me? So like it depends how comfortable you is with that person, how y'all relationship is.
It depends on where you at.
Cause I got a girl that like I don't really deal with on that level doing that. I ain't fucking with that. But if I fuck with if I got a girl like this, I'm fucking with on that level.
If
I
you
ain't
don't have a
tripping.
girl that you ain't fucking with on that level, what you mean? So she can't pass gas?
I mean, if we say it like that, yeah, nah, you better go around there with it. You know what I'm saying? We better go around the corner. We ain't at that level. You know what I'm saying?
It's fucked
We
up,
ain't hit
man.
that
She gotta
point.
let it loose.
That's cool. There's a way of going about it though. Like I say, you might say, "Excuse me, I gotta use the bathroom," or "Excuse me, I'll be right back." You know what I'm saying? And she go do whatever she gotta do.
Yeah, in the car. That's fucked up, huh?
I'm gonna do the same thing though, bro. Just to me, like I said, I'm not 80% of the time, I'm not gonna expect something about my woman that I wouldn't want done myself. Or anybody, as a matter of fact. I wouldn't expect you to do something that I wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you to do something that I wouldn't do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, with that being said, if I'm gonna wait, bro, I'm gonna expect you to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna expect you to do the same thing, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, especially like I said, we're not at that level, bro. You know?
Nah, that's real. That's
That's how
real.
you go on the second, third date with somebody, bro. Bro, and you know your stomach be tore up, bro.
Yeah.
You know you done ate some hot fries, some wilds. You don't even eat that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But like, you ate some crazy stuff, bro. You know, people out here be eating wild shit. Takis,
That's gonna be tough,
enchiladas and shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a first impression, essentially, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to leave that first impression on somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to be a fantasy in somebody's head. I want to be perfect in somebody's head. You know what I mean? You can't be too perfect.
Nah, you
But, you know, I
can't.
want to be like, oh, yeah, he smelled good. I want them to have that memory in their mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then as you get closer in certain levels, that comfortableness comes along. Then those things can happen, you know? That's how I feel about it, you know?
Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong, man.
Yeah. Nah, that's what's up, though, bro. That's what's up, man.
That's a funny one,
That's
man.
some real shit.
Hey, but that's not a bodily aroma though, man. That's just, that's just a 5 second, 10 second little thing.
If you're eating
And they
right and
still
doing the
smell
right
and they
things,
and they
yeah,
back
bro.
to smelling good.
But a lot of these folks ain't eating and doing the right things though neither, bro. You feel me?
You think that shit gonna last that long?
I ain't gonna say that long, bro, but I don't know what they ate that day, bro. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know. Do they do their cleanse? Do they do their juice? You feel me? Are they juicing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
What you got this time?
Man, one thing I was gonna say, I got this in here, bro. On another topic to switch it up, man.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people make mistakes, right? And a lot of people make the same mistakes over and over. And what I was thinking, I was trying to figure out why do people make these same mistakes? You know, I got people that come in and out of jail all the time. You know, you might have a friend or a family member that's doing the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
And it seems like they don't understand that they're making the same mistake, you know? And I was thinking, because people don't reflect enough. People don't take enough time to look at themselves in the mirror. People don't take enough time to go have a conversation with themselves. People don't take enough time to really, I know you meditate and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't meditate, but like I said, I guess that is a form of meditation though, is talking to yourself for 10 minutes and be like, okay, I did this, in this situation, you know?
Yeah.
How you was talking about you was competing, right? And using your mind. You had to talk with yourself. You reflected on the situation and came up to that conclusion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of people don't take time to reflect. I don't know if they're scared of themselves. They're scared of their mind. They're scared. I think solitude is scary because you can't run away from your thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You got to face them head on. That's why people look for distractions. A lot of people have these vices. They drink, they smoke, they deal with a lot of women. You know what I'm saying? They need somebody in their face, need attention all the time. It's because they can't deal with their thoughts. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the reason a lot of people make a lot of the same mistakes is because they don't take time to reflect. What do you think about that? You see people make a lot of the same mistakes over and over?
I think it all depends on what the mistake is. You know what I mean? So if it's something like constantly in trouble with the law, if we're talking about that, I mean, they just like that shit.
Okay, somebody who says they need to save up this money
Okay.
and they keep spending money on stupid shit or stuff they don't need. That's a mistake you keep making. It's taking you away from your goals. It's taking you off your path. You're going away from who you want to be, you know what I'm saying, or what you got to do. You can't even, you got bills to pay and you over here spending money, you know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So it's like you keep making that same mistake. How many times do you got to do that same mistake? They did that shit 5 times, bro, you know what I'm saying?
But who decides it's the mistake? You know what I mean? It's kind of like
Who decides the mistakes if it's taking away from your goals? If it's taking you off your path, you're not having responsibilities, you know what I'm saying? That's the law of the universe decides if it's a mistake. You feel what I'm saying?
But it's like if you have a gambling problem, right, and you make this cash, you make $100, you want to go gamble, you want to go get you some scratch offs. If I say that that's a mistake that you're making, who the fuck am I to say that that's your mistake? You know what I mean? I don't believe I have the right to say that to you. That's you as a human being. That's you as a person that wants to do these fucking things. It's not a mistake. That is your decision. You decide if you want to pay your bills. You decide if you want to use that money to do something else.
But if you got it to do it, that's one thing. That's like they say it ain't tricking if you got it.
Yeah.
It's not tricking if you got it, if that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying?
You just want to take a chance.
So I can't say you wrong or this and that. Now I might not condone it, you know what I mean? But that's cool. But I'm saying like, you know you have a bill you got to pay. You got a $2,000 rent you got to pay, right?
Yeah.
You're spending that $2,000 on something else just because you have a problem, you have a habit or something like that. Now you're behind on rent when that could have been avoided. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a mistake because you just took it. It took away from your responsibilities. Now what you're saying is, like I said, if you got the means and you're able to do certain things, I can't tell you how to live your life. I can't tell you how to do whatever you're gonna do. If that makes you happy, then do it if you can. But if you can't, you gotta handle your business too. That's I feel like that's what a mistake is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you say you want a good body, you want to have a good motherfucking physique, and you eating bullshit, that's a mistake. You don't really want a good body then. Or you do want a good body, you just keep fucking up.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because you might be addicted to something else. Or you might have you haven't got over that in your head yet. I feel like that's what makes a mistake.
Yeah.
But it's like people don't take time to look at themselves in the mirror, I feel like, or have that conversation with themselves. Or they're not around people who would have these hard conversations with them.
Yeah.
I use the gym because that's what we be doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I'm out there doing pull-ups and you see I'm doing an ass job my pull-ups, or I got 3 more in me, I'm stopping. You guys like, what you got going on, bro? Man, get back on the bar, bro. What is you doing? Cause y'all gonna push me. It might be uncomfortable. Maybe I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
But it's pushing me to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So same with a person like that, bro. Like, keep making a mistake, and I tell them like they might not be around nobody telling them like, hey, bro, stop doing that shit. Stop doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta lock in and do this. They might be around folks that like allow them to make the same mistake over and over. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's a big thing. Is like people don't have the time themselves to look in the mirror. People don't like looking at their inadequacies. You know what I'm saying? They don't like to deal with where they're deficient at. You know, that's how I be feeling.
I mean, honestly, man, it's kind of like I don't believe those are mistakes. I think mistakes is kind of like oh shit, my bad, man, that was a mistake. You feel me? That's a mistake, right?
Yeah.
But if you're doing the same thing constantly,
If you did that shit 3 times now, I'm like, hey, bro,
it's not a mistake anymore.
you feel what I'm
You
saying?
know what I mean? That's
It's
just
not a.
it's a habit now, so it's not a
You done
mistake.
made a choice.
You know, so that's what I mean by if if I had $100, if I want to go ahead and use that $100 for scratch offs, it's not a mistake. If I decide not to pay my bill because I'm going to take a risk and gamble this 2 bands because I feel that I can probably make 4 grand, it's not a mistake. It's just lively choices that I decide to make, and I'm cool with it. So that's why I said it's not up to the person, you, to say that what I'm doing is a mistake. It's up to me to decide if that's something that I just want to do. So mistakes are, I think those are words that we are just taking out of context. You know what I mean? And we should look at things that, like I just did, I just kicked you by accident, or was a mistake because I was moving my leg. That's a mistake.
But it's one. But the thing is, doing it over and over again.
It's not a mistake.
It's a choice at that point.
It's a choice.
Okay, so I said
Yeah.
same mistake. Now we getting deep. We breaking it down. All right.
Yeah.
You making the same mistake over and over because the first time was a mistake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool. You messed up, but now you're not fixing it. So now you made a choice. You made a conscious choice to keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
That is not benefiting you. You know what I'm saying?
Real. That's real. It's not a mistake.
Now at that point, it's not. You done
gotta-
made a conscious decision, bro. You feel me? So
We gotta let's look up the definition of mistake.
I fuck
You know
with
what
you,
I mean?
man.
Let's see
Cause
what
I like breaking
mistake
shit down
is.
like that too, man. Cause it gets that deep.
Are you going to chat GPT?
I'm on Google. What you do, chat?
I bet.
See, we get different ones. Chat will probably break it down a little more,
Fuck
you know,
yeah,
using
Chat gonna
the
break it
sentence and
down.
shit like that. You feel me?
Define.
I got another question after this too, man. I
Alright.
think it's a good one.
Mistake. Define the meaning of mistake.
All right.
Alright, a mistake is an action, decision, judgment, or understanding that turns out to be wrong, inaccurate, or less effective than intended. So, if I continue to do the same thing, it's no longer a mistake because it's,
Fuck it, ask chat, man.
you know
Ask
what I
chat.
mean?
If I keep doing the same thing, is it still a mistake? Because on here it say this Google, it's an action or judgment that is misguided or wrong. Same thing. Coming here was a mistake. Something, especially a word, figure, action, a word, figure, or fact, which is not correct or inaccurate. A couple of spelling mistakes. That's another example it gave. Be wrong about because I was inexperienced. I mistook the nature of our relationship.
See, it's all on your sense of awareness and the outcome. So that's why I said if I decide to spend the same $100 on some scratch offs, it's not a mistake. It's just my sense of awareness. I am aware of the fact that I am spending this money, but I decide that I still want to do it. Then I'm cool. That's just a habit, right? It says if you know it causes harm or bad results, then it's usually more than a mistake. It can become a repeated poor choice, a
A
habit, an
repeated
avoidance,
poor choice.
self-sabotage, refusal to change.
So y'all ain't making mistakes. Y'all have been repeatedly making poor choices,
Poor
man. So if
choices.
you keep making poor choices, you have to really look at yourself and be like, why do I keep doing this?
Right.
And it says if you have a problem, that's cool, man. The first step to fixing a problem is acknowledge you have a problem, right? But y'all folks don't know how to acknowledge you got a problem. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's like me. I've been spending a lot of money eating out a lot lately. I'm like, you know what? I gotta calm down with that shit. What I did, I
Yeah.
went to buy some groceries. So let me lock in real quick. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's real.
If
That's
I was
real.
eating a bunch of sweets and like I said, candy, I be telling you all the time, candy's my drug. You know what I'm saying? I be messed up by the candy and the sweets. When I be doing it too much, I be like, whoa, 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 this ain't me. I gotta stop this. I'm
Right.
better than this. You know what I'm saying? And I acknowledge there's a problem going on. I lock back in and get back on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you do get knocked off a little bit, but it depends. You going all the way off track, or you might have to hit a little speed bump real quick, and then get back right. So it's a difference, man. Don't make poor choices, man. Repeated poor choices. Don't keep making poor choices, man.
Yeah.
That was a good breakdown. That was a good breakdown. Yeah, I agree with that because that was
Sorry,
good.
sir.
Yeah, we changed it from the goddamn mistake to what I'm saying, poor choices. You feel me? So now that's what's up, bro. Another thing, question, man, is this right here. You out with a woman, right? It's a
Yeah.
first date, bro. You guys go out. See me, I don't drink like that, bro. You feel me? Woman orders a drink. How do you feel about that?
About the woman ordering a drink on our
You guys
first
are going
date.
out to eat, right? You
Not our
know,
first date. We just going out to eat.
first date. This is a first date.
I don't go out to eat on the first date.
What would you do on a first date?
First date. It all depends. It all depends, man. What time of the day
Why you
it
don't go out to
is.
eat on first date, man? We gonna get back to this now. Let's start with that. Why you don't go out to eat on first date?
Because I'm busy eating and not talking. So I like to talk. I like to socialize a little bit with Shorty. Get to know her a little bit more. Then I think we good. But I would say maybe a drink of coffee. I think that's all right.
That's like a daytime date though too.
That's
See, it
that's what I
depends.
said. The
See, now
times
we
of
getting
day.
into it though
That's what I
too,
said. Time of day.
because I go out to eat on the first date because I can still talk to you while we eating, while we waiting for the food, while we doing this, doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I really might see what you do. Like this really might be like a test, low key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we can circle back on that. But like one thing I made a mistake before is I've gone on like movie dates on the first date. That
Okay.
shit is stupid, bro. Don't never do that shit. Don't never
do
go
it.
to the movie on the first date. That shit be
Don't
cool,
do
but
it.
it's like maybe like a second, third one cool. But like I say, you really need to talk to the person, bro. You know what I'm saying? I went to movies one time with Shawty, and I left in movies. I'm like, damn. It was a long ass movie too. I'm like, bro, I can't, we can't communicate in here, bro. I'm like, let's go, you know what I'm saying? So I like going to the park, walking
I
at
like
the
the
park,
park.
or
I
like
like the park.
some kind of view, scenery, you know what I'm saying? Maybe going to
Yeah.
like a mall or like some kind of a outing, like we got City Walk in Orlando, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Something you can walk, maybe stop, grab a little snack.
I like that
Coffee's
too.
cool too. I do like coffee, bro.
I like nature reserves.
Like it's like a trail, right?
Yeah, like little
Those are
trails.
cool. Those are cool too, man. So
But you were saying if she get a drink,
yeah, you go out first date, man. Shawty
uh,
order a drink, something like that, right?
no.
Like, how do you feel about it? Do you condone that? Are you against that? How do you feel about your woman doing that?
I'm actually cool with it. I'm not against it. If she's there getting multiple drinks, I'm gonna say, damn, you drink.
Bring another round.
I'm gonna say, yeah, you drinking too
Shawty
much.
at this shit. Let
Everything
me
is
get another one
alright.
of these. Bring another round.
But I believe if it's one or two, man, she needs to get comfortable. She's nervous, so maybe a drink will allow her to relax a little bit more and be able to speak to me a little bit more, right? So I think I'm cool with that.
That what's up, man.
What about you?
So me personally, bro, like I said, I don't drink like that, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this, like, and maybe this just a respect thing to me. If I don't order a drink, and Shawty order a drink, I feel like there's a misunderstanding here. We got a problem going on. Or she didn't ask me. I've been out before, and I've had a woman ask me, say, "Hey, would you drink with me?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But see, a lot of times women already know I don't drink like that. So it's like most times they don't even try me like that, or that's not even a conversation. And then they won't do it because they know like I don't really do that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm down. But like I said, I think it's a sign of respect. Woman ask me, "Hey, if you cool if I order this too?" Especially I'm paying for it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Cause them drinks sometimes should be $10, bro. And see me, I go out to eat, bro. I be getting appetizers, entree, dessert, all that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't be tripping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like I said, that I think it's just a consideration thing. Like I said, it's not a problem. I just like consider it, bro. Like I said, that's a thing to me. Like I don't got a problem with the person doing it, but I like know like, hey, is it cool if I do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I ain't got no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna say yes. More likely, I'm gonna say yes.
Alrighty.
It's just I want that respect. Because if you do it and don't say nothing, I might not even say nothing about it. I might just put a notate that in my mind. You know what I'm saying? I might notate like, damn,
As,
Shawty really went and got a drink, didn't say nothing to me, didn't ask me about that. Then
so that was so the question was, do I have a problem with a woman getting a drink
yeah, on the first date.
because of the fact that I'm paying for the date, or is it just because the woman would like to get a drink and she wants to feel comfortable? Now those are two
See,
different
we
questions.
getting deeper though too. But like even then, would you think your woman would ask you that though? Like she just ordered, don't say nothing because it. Did you establish you paying? Cool. Did you guys establish that you're paying? You know what I'm saying? If you establish that and she ordered a drink,
I
it's
mean,
not none but thing.
if she orders a drink, man, I don't care if she. I don't mind
Do you
paying.
drink though? I didn't ask you that.
No, I do not drink as
Okay.
much. I have drank socially, man, but not like I'm gonna get a bottle of wine, or I'm gonna get a bottle, I'm gonna get a glass of drink,
Would
whatever
you
I'm
get
gonna
a drink at
get.
a restaurant though?
I think it all depends, man. It all depends on how I'm feeling. If I know I'm gonna be there for a little while, if I'm
Mm,
feeling like I want to get a drink, I might get a drink.
okay.
Um, but it all depends. It all depends.
Mm,
So, but I really don't mind. So
mm.
if Shorty want to get a drink, she can go ahead and get a drink. You know, if I gotta pay an extra $10 because she wants to feel comfortable, then she can get a drink.
Nah, that's cool. I
You
feel
know what I
you.
mean?
Like I said, for me,
I don't have no
it's just a
issue with it.
respect thing for me, bro. Like I said, it's not a problem doing it, but it's a way going about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That like when I told you earlier, we was talking. I was like, yeah, you saying do the right things to me. You could have whatever you want now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, for
You
sure.
saying do the right things, you know, and everybody program a little bit different. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
like you saying do the right things that I like or need you to do, it's gonna be a green light every time. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta go about it some way. And that's really finessing. You can really finesse dudes like that. It's really like free game right there. Like
yeah,
you find out what a dude likes. You find out how he like to be talked to, how he like to be dealt with, things he like. And now you gonna get whatever you want because the dude just gonna sign off on everything. Cool, cool, cool. And not have a problem with it, you know what I mean?
What if she don't want? What if she decides not to take the apple juice
What you mean by that?
because you're taking her out on a date,
Okay,
and we are talking about her choice of beverage.
okay,
She doesn't want the apple juice. She doesn't want the orange juice. She doesn't want the fucking soda. She doesn't want the juice.
okay.
She wants the alcohol. Are you not gonna be okay with that then?
It's still cool. I don't got no problem with it. But also it depends who I'm dealing with. Like I said, I don't drink. So a lot of times the women I deal with, most time aren't gonna drink. Or if they gonna act like they don't drink just to fuck me, you know what I'm saying? So some women I deal with, they really do drink, but they know I don't drink, or they find out I don't drink. Now they're finna try to put on a little front, you know what I'm saying? Try to act like they don't drink just so we can vibe. Like I said, I don't have a problem with my woman drinking,
Yeah,
as long as it's not a problem. You feel me?
yeah,
And the situation I gave was like we're out to eat at dinner, and a woman ordered a drink without asking me, especially if we already like it's a known fact that I'm paying. You know what I mean? I'm gonna feel the type of way about it. I'm still gonna pay for it because I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm just gonna take note of that in my mind and be like, okay, she did that. Same way, someone don't say thank you to you. You go out to eat and a woman don't say thank you after you pay for this meal. You gonna feel some type of way about that.
yeah, for
Even if
sure,
you might
for
not say
sure.
something about it, you know what I mean? You
Yeah,
might just brush it off, let it slide, but you gonna notate in your mind, move a little how you need to move. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So same concept with that. Like I don't got a problem with women drinking. You know what I mean? I'll drink too. You know what I'm saying? You don't want nothing on this menu, go ahead and get what you gonna get.
yeah,
But it's just the fact of, hey, do you mind if I drink? Because also drinking is different, bro. That alters
yeah, for
who you
sure,
are.
for
You just
sure,
said
for
to make
sure.
you calm, more like less nervous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So essentially, you're doing that to alter who you are, right?
yeah,
It's love that. Some people don't know how to act when they drunk. Some people don't know how to act when they get liquor in their system. They don't even got don't. Bro, I know. Folks don't even gotta be drunk. They get a sip, they get a shot, they get to acting brand
that's
new. You feel
right,
what I'm
that's
saying?
right.
So with that being said, that's another factor I gotta consider now. Especially I don't know you like that. I don't know how you act when you get liquor in your system.
Yeah,
You might get to talking crazy. You might get to doing too much. You might get to saying weird things or being loud and obnoxious. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Those things to consider. So I'd rather not, uh, especially on like a first date. You know what I mean? But now maybe on a third date, we get a little more comfortable, getting more cool. I kind of know what to expect from you. I kind of got a good feeling from you and shit like that. I mean, cool, bro. You know what I mean? And like I said, it's not the fact like the money ain't the issue, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact of like I ain't order no drink, so why is you ordering a drink? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's not what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm leading, you know what I'm saying? So you gonna look at me and you gonna follow lead, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm not doing that, what you gonna do, you know what I mean? So it'd be like that. But like I said, it's not an issue. Like I said, uh, what else I was gonna say,
Yeah,
man?
those are tough ones, man. Those are tough ones, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as she's, I mean, you never know. You never know, bro. Because if it's the first date or if it's the third date, if it's the fourth date, you ain't gonna never know how she's gonna act until you allow this woman to get a beverage and to drink around
Yeah.
you. So it's always gonna come out eventually. So and you don't know if it's how she's gonna act while she's inside the house or while she's outside the
But
house,
I'd
right?
rather, okay, that's cool. But I'm gonna put the odds in my favor and not be in a public setting for that to be, for that to, I'm out with this person that reflect me now. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather not go out with somebody who don't know how to act.
That's
And we're
real.
out at an event, or let's say I bring her around my friends or people that I got something going on with, you know what I'm saying? I'll take to an
Yeah.
event where it's like it matters, you know what I'm saying? We out eating, cool. I could probably brush that off now, you know what I'm saying? But and then also shit, you might just gotta see how they react to you saying no to the situation, bro. You know? Cause it's really
Yeah.
not a big deal, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not finna drink. Like I might say, I'm not gonna drink, but you can go do what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
And because I had one lot of women be like, oh, okay, I'm not finna drink now, cause they just trying, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure, for sure.
Whatever. And I have other women like they still do, and it's cool. Do you? I'm gonna do me. I ain't got no problem with it, but just know where we at. Just know how you get down. They usually they don't know themselves enough. Like I don't even deal with women who do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I just seen it before from other folks. So you've been at maybe an event, a little party, you see a girl acting crazy or something like that,
Yeah,
acting
that's
wild.
real.
So
That's real.
it just depends, bro. You know what I mean? But I don't even deal with a woman that does that. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I feel about it. But it depends. A lot of things are situational. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just when changes. Like I said, it's not a big deal. Like I said, my thing is just it's a respect thing too. There was something I was gonna go off from this on too, man. I forgot, bro. What was it, man? If you want to look at these, the one with the green checks, we can talk about one of those.
Halo effective versus horn effective. What you mean by that?
Let me break it down to you, man. Glad you said that. I made a video about this recently, actually, man. I was saying, I get a haircut every week, bro, right? And I'm real big on my appearance. I'm real big on looking the best I can, smelling the best I can everywhere I go, because I always say you never know who you're gonna run into, bro. I can meet the love of my life going to a store, riding through a drive-through, something like that. So why would I not put myself in the best position to get the best outcome every time? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, when I post that, got in their feelings when I talk about the halo effect, and let me break it down to you. So halo effect is a positive first impression in one area leads you to assume other positive traits. If someone is attractive, you may assume they are also smart, confident, or trustworthy. In fitness, someone with a great physique might automatically be seen and knowledgeable even without proof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the halo effect is that first impression somebody gets off you, bro. If it's a good first impression, PR are
That's
automatically gonna
memorable.
think like better of you. So like when it comes to sales, right? Somebody knock on your door and they got a loose suit, they got their beard wolfed out, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no shape up or nothing, bro.
Yeah.
You're already gonna be on edge. You're gonna have a low trust level with this person. As when somebody comes out there with a suit that's fitted to them, nice haircut, man, beard groomed and stuff, you are automatically gonna trust this person a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they're charming, they got that charismatic, they're good with the words, they articulate themselves good. It's gonna be a sense of trust there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the halo effect, right? Now the horn effect is this: a negative first impression in one area leads you to assume other negative traits. If someone looks unkept, you may assume they are lazy or incompetent. In work, one mistake might cause others to see the person as generally unreliable, right? So that's why I be telling people like this is so important. We was talking about this with, on the call and stuff earlier, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the way you look matters a lot, bro. That first
for sure,
impression
for
with
sure.
anybody, you know what I'm saying? That's why I be saying like, bro, getting a haircut every week. If you can't do it every week, do it every 2 weeks. You can't do it every 2 weeks, man. Try. You can't afford it, man, because I understand that shit do cost. At least try to figure out how to do it yourself, bro.
Yeah.
Cause you never know who you gonna run into, bro. You might miss out on an opportunity just cause you didn't look the part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just cause you weren't up to par. I keep a haircut every time, so I walk into a room and I know I can go talk to anybody at any point in time. I'm good. My confidence is always there, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have nothing else, I'm gonna have a haircut, bro. For sure, man. You know what I mean? So like, that's really what the halo effect is, man. and the horn effect. I didn't really dive too much in the horn effect last time, bro. But I want everybody to speak highly of me, bro. You know, and you talk about you shouldn't care what people think, right? And I agree with you, but I'm gonna say this: you have to learn how to care without caring. Like I care enough to make sure I have good clothes, and I care enough to make sure I look presentable. I care enough to make sure my body is in shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care because somebody's always gonna have something to say.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna care about the little side comments and bullshit, minute shit people are talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's nonsense. I ain't worried about that. But I am worried about what I'm looking for because I know I might not be able to go into a room with the people I want to hang with if I'm not looking up to par. If I'm not taking care of what I need to take care of. You know what I'm saying? You know. So I was talking about competing in some of these calisthenics stuff too, or like even fighting and doing this and that. Like if I'm not at the par, bro, folks ain't gonna respect you. You know what I'm saying? Folks ain't gonna they gonna brush you off. Like, bro, get out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you don't even look the part, act the part, like folks ain't gonna rock with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure I can look the part, act the part, all this. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about first impressions though? You know?
I think it means a lot. It means a lot, man. A lot of different ways to look at it. We can take it to where it definitely does matter, or we can also look at it for a sake where, hey, he just didn't have enough time, you know. But he maybe didn't have a clean shirt on, but how did he present his work to you? Was he respectable, right? Did he articulate his words properly, right? Maybe you can get another shot, right? Because how was Will Smith dressed in Pursuit of Happiness? He had paint on his shirt, right? He did come from cleaning his house. He did come from struggling outside of work. But when he got there, he spoke presentably. He articulated his words the right way. He sold the job the right way he was supposed to sell the job, and he was given another chance, and he was given the job. So, first impression does matter. But when it comes to certain things, I think
that's within reason what you just said though, bro. Like you know, you just out there working, you sweating, and you got paint on you. Obviously, you were just doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
You might not miss the opportunity, but also I'm not going to a seminar like that though neither. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm finna get cleaned up and get right. But like I said, I might roll to the store. You might not.
I ain't got the time.
You know, you ain't got the time, man. But you still, it's one thing. Like I said, that's why I say a haircut, bro, is the minimum you can do, bro. Because no matter what, you're gonna look decent enough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even when I'm down bad, I still look presentable. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
By always having a haircut, bro. You feel me? Even you, I'm thinking about you right now, but I've never seen you down bad. I've never seen you having your shit fucked up. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, but Will Smith couldn't get one in that movie.
What you talking about, man? What
Pursuit
movie?
of Happiness.
That he couldn't get a haircut in there? That's when he was getting people's heart and stuff like that?
No, that was
Which one was
the
that?
one when his lady left him. He was living with his son, and he was selling these little monitors, these little hot monitors, and then he was trying to get a job to work for this business company to sell these little things.
He had a little suitcase stuff he would carry with him all the time.
Yes.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
He had to he stayed in the train station with his son, and then he was able to stay in this apartment that he was renting only because he had to paint the apartment and get it ready for the next person. So the landlord let him stay in there. Mind you, that he had paint all on him, but he had to get to this meeting, and he had paint all over him. He was not cleaned up, he was not fresh, but he was able to get to the meeting, articulate his words, sell the product, and then he was given the job as well.
That's cool, but I'm gonna say this: my counter to that is he probably had to work harder to get that. As where if he did have
I'm sure
set up and presentable, he would have had to do less work. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna aim for the best outcome I can in every situation I walk in. You know what I'm saying? So he made it work still, which is good, but he had to put more effort. As to where if he had all the things set up and suit was looking good, you know, hair was fresh and stuff, he probably wouldn't have done as much work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my counter to that. But I feel what you're saying. I think you can make it happen. But I think it's important. I had this comment on here, bro. I'm gonna read it to you. Dude said when I was talking about getting a haircut every week, right? He said weekly, hell no. So you just get little hair fibers removed every week because you barely got hair. Haircut every week?
Nah, I used to feel, hell nah. I used to get my shit like every 3 weeks.
But was your shit growing in like that though too? Because in 3 weeks I look crazy, bro.
I had waves, so
you would kind of play it off.
Edges, I would get my edges every 2 weeks.
See, that's still, but you would still take care of yourself though, bro. Folks don't even do that though, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So he's saying hair fibers removed every week because you barely got hair to cut after a week. And for the prices these barbers want,
That ain't
Yeah,
what a lot.
no, gotta stop acting like women and getting weekly maintenance done on yourself just so others can think of you differently is crazy work. I sent a response to that, right?
Yeah.
But it was like it's crazy to me that guys are out here really thinking like, damn, like I'm not gonna take care of myself.
Nah, for sure. You
It's
got
crazy
to.
work,
You
bro.
got to.
I
You
clip
got
my
to.
nails every week. I make sure I got my hair cut right. Like I said, I don't know who I'm gonna run into, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people like that who say certain things like that is like they might be in a situation already and they're comfortable or complacent in the situation, you know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of dudes like that who when they go through a breakup, they go through a divorce and stuff like that, now they're depressed.
Yeah.
They don't even know what to do. Now they don't have the confidence that we was talking about because
Yeah.
they weren't doing the work to stay
Yeah.
up to par, bro. They weren't taking care of themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I understand the price is going crazy, but then you can learn the skill. Now you can learn how to cut your own hair, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can learn how to at least do your lineup, at least get the Manscaped kit and get the little razor with the little line. You know what I'm saying? There's so many little things you can do, bro. I get an arsenal for my nails. The nail clipper came with all the file and stuff like that. Do all that. I could go get that paid for. I don't gotta pay for that shit though. You get a razor for your. I gotta do my eyebrows, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I get them threaded. But man, you can get a razor for your shit too. Do your own thing if you gotta do it. You know what I mean? So it's like you can make it work, but it depends. Like I just think everybody should take care of themselves and be presentable. You know what I'm saying? It also depends what you're doing. If you want to be raggedy and look crazy and be a bum, cool. Some jobs won't even hire you. Think about it. A job won't even hire you if you look crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's grooming standards in my field, in my career, bro. Working in law enforcement, bro. We're the face of the public, you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's grooming standards. You have to have a haircut. You have to be presentable. Why is that, bro? Because it fucking matters what people think. You know what I'm saying? People will trust you when you have a clean cut. If you over here looking like a wild man and you got a gun on your hip, people gonna be like, whoa, 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 take that. What he got going on? You know what I'm saying? As to where they got these grooming standards for that reason, you know? A lot of time, bro, this shit get deep. We talking about how you looking at definitions and shit like that, bro. You look up some of these jobs, company policies, and things. You ask like, why they do that? Why is this a thing? You know, I feel like people don't ask enough questions sometimes, man. When I was young, man, y'all could ask my mama this shit, bro. Bro, my mama always tell me like I would never like take no for an answer. Like you gotta explain to me. I'm still the same way, bro. Like if something don't make sense to me, bro, I'm a question it. You gotta tell me your answer. You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't understand, it don't make sense in my head. I'm not finna do the shit. You know what I'm saying? If the math ain't mathing, I ain't going for it, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like folks don't question enough stuff. A lot of people just go with the flow. A lot of people just go with it, bro. You know, and then people get offended. I feel like people get offended when you ask them. I had that like, you know, young adults, you ask them, man, like why? Or this and that, cause I said so. But that shit don't work for me, man, cause I feel like you wrong. Shit. I feel like you motherfucker. I feel like I'm right. I feel like I'm in a better. I have a better judgment than you. You know what I'm saying? Prove me wrong, and I'm gonna follow your lead all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Real. That's real.
But people don't question shit, man. A lot of people just go with the flow. A lot of people think everything's just biscuits and gravy all the time, man. And then they end up doing the wrong shit, or they take the wrong advice and make the wrong decision. And instead of making a mistake, you make a poor decision. Now you making multiple poor decisions over and over. You know what I'm saying? So. It's just a whole lot of things, man. But I know you gotta get out of here, bro.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you coming on, bro. I appreciate showing love, bro. Like I said, we gotta get together, man. Like I said, even before, we still got some shit I need to show you. Next time, you let me know sometime this week, bro. Okay. We'll get together. I want to show you the other stuff I was telling you about, but I'm gonna send you this too.
Send it to me, man.
I'm gonna send you this stuff right here.
Let me know what days you off. That way I can
I'll text you this week, but it's one of them right here, bro. All right, now y'all, we kind of touched a lot of topics while my dog was here, but he just took off. So I'm gonna finish a few more of these up right here, man. One thing I really wanted to touch on, bro, was these two last things before I get gone. And this is from me and my experiences in life, bro. You know, I've seen this happen a few times, man. I'm gonna start with my first experiences. Make sure nothing fell in my drink while I was away. My first experience is working at a prison and dealing with inmates that have life, man. I always say, man, that will give you a new perspective on things, bro. Like, that stuff taught me how to be grateful, bro. You know, some of the conversations you have with somebody who has life is different, bro. You've been in prison for 5 years on his life sentence, right? And maybe, you know, especially if you're unaware, you don't have those social cues and stuff like that. I'm talking about certain things going on out here in this world. And in his world, he has no idea what's going on right now. He has no idea what's going on TikTok. He don't know what's going on Instagram. He don't know what's going on in the dating world. He don't know what's new. He hasn't seen the latest iPhone out. The last phone he's seen was an iPhone 11, bro. You know what I mean? So he don't even know how the phone got the button right here on the side, bro. You know what I'm saying? He don't even know that the phone don't got no actual button no more, you know? They be living through a screen unless they see it like they see it on screen through their family on a visual or something like that. That's one thing, man. And that shit, like, bro, I don't know. It just do so. When you really see that shit in life, bro, in real life, it'll do something to you. Or seeing someone get like sentenced to life, bro. Y'all seen the video I did with my dog, Trail, man. When I was on there with Trail, bro. He was talking about a story when his bunkie had got life, man. And he was like, when he came back, he was trying to fight the case still. His heart sunk for him, bro. It's like, bro, that shit just do something to you, bro. It's like, damn, I can't imagine getting that kind of information, bro. I can't imagine being told I got that, bro. That's why it's like, man, you gotta really live righteous out here, man. You gotta stay out the way, bro, and really get to it. However you gotta get to it. You know what I mean? And just, man, do the best you can to stay out of the way, stay out of trouble, keep your nose clean, and duck and dodge that kind of stuff, man. Because, bro, that is not something you want to hear, bro. I've seen guys who are 20, 22 years old get sentenced to life. I've seen 18-year-olds get sentenced to life, bro. And it's just like, damn, bro. Jit might not even have dealt with a woman before. Jit maybe never been to the beach. He never been to another state. He'll never get to experience certain foods, bro. Bro, that shit hurt, bro. For real, man. That shit hurt when you hear them folks got life, bro. That shit'll fuck your head up. And it's like, it's one thing to talk about. You know, I see things online. I see memes and stuff. I seen a meme recently again too, bro, talking about it. And it is funny. Like, I laugh. They are funny. But then sometimes, like, when you really sit back and realize, or you sit back and really see that shit, bro, it's like, damn, bro. Like, I'm just happy I could go to my fridge. I'm just happy I could lay in my bed. I'm just happy I could text who I want to text on my phone. I can make the calls that I want to make, bro. Like, small things, bro. That life is real, man. Especially you get back there, you see the things that be going on. You see how that life is, bro. It's like, man, that shit be crazy, man. I was at a homeless shelter recently. I mentioned that before, and one of the things we're talking about there is I think a lot of people should go visit a homeless shelter and go talk with some of these people. These people aren't no criminals and stuff like that. They just fell on hard times, but it's a good perspective to have. Now, get around these folks that are going through hard times. That could be you. It could be. You got to make the right move so it's not you. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes life happens. You can't control certain things. Like my dog told me, he was like, man, some of these folks get in car crashes, and now they were prescribed medication through the hospital or through the doctor. Never did drugs in their life, man. Now they're addicts, bro, and they ruin their life because of that. You know what I mean? But it's life though, man. Life happens, which is why it's so important to be ready for life. So when throw stuff your way, you already know how to operate. You already know how to move. You know how to duck and dodge certain things. You know what I mean? But man, bro, when you be there and you see or hear somebody got life, bro, especially when they young, bro. I done seen folks my age out there, bro, younger than me out there, bro, get sentenced to life, man. It's just like, that's not what you want, man. This whole thing could have been avoided, especially when you look at some of the cases, man. It's like, bro, you could have ducked this whole thing if you just wasn't hanging around these folks over here. If you wasn't trying to be a tough guy. If you weren't trying to be cool. You weren't trying to put on this front or something like that, man. Because a lot of shit people just trying to act, man. People trying to act cool, man. People trying to act tough, man. You know what happened to tough guys? They get killed, man. They get hurt. They get sentenced to life, man. You got to do some real time, man, because you want to be a tough guy out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you just, man, mind your business, bro, stay out of the way, get your money, bro, you cool. And a lot of times, bro, when you look at these cases, bro, you look at these situations, these people who get these long sentences or get sentenced to life, a lot of times it don't even be about no money. It's not even about no money. Was it worth it? Was it motherfucking worth it, man? You got in this trouble, man. You done made these poor decisions over and over again, and now you gotta fuck your whole life up, man. You know? You got people depending on you. You got people relying on you. And you done messed everything up, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even about no money. Because you felt disrespected. Because the dude said something a certain way. Because you was in front of this group, and you had to act tough. You had to put on, you know what I'm saying? You had to show out real quick to show them you not whatever they think you is, you know? If it ain't about no money, man, it's not even that deep, bro. And sometimes, even if it is about some money, keep that little money, bro. Don't even worry about it. It's finna come back because money come and go. Money meant to be spent. Money's a tool, bro. Money's a tool. It don't mean shit. You know what I mean? It's a tool. Money's meant to be spent and make it right back. You know what I mean? It comes and goes all the time. You know. So that's how I feel about that, man. I can't really say too much because I can't dive into some of these things, man. But like I said, them things is crazy, man. When you see somebody get sentenced to life, bro, it's just one of them things, bro. It's like I guess you won't know unless you've seen somebody or had a conversation with somebody who's going through that, or see somebody who is in the process of going through that in real time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Deal with that, man. It's no good feeling, bro. And like I said, even from the outside, just like, damn, bro, that should make your heart sink, bro. You can imagine when that person going through what they got going on, how they feeling, what they thinking about, bro. It's a sad thing, man. It's really sad, bro. You know, especially in some situations, bro. Like I said, you be wrong, bro. But it's like I said, it could have been avoided, bro. You know what I mean? So it's like you were dead ass wrong, but you don't want to see nobody go down that road or have to do that kind of time. You know what I'm saying? I don't wish that on nobody, bro. I don't wish that on nobody, but you know, sometimes, bro, that's how I go, bro. A life for a life at the end of the day. Sometimes these folks took somebody's life away, man. You know what I'm saying? And equivalent exchange is a life, you know. It's a sad thing, bro. And if you're not trying to go down that path, man, you need to fix the way you living, man. Start living right, man. Start living righteous. So yeah, that's how I feel about that, man. I'm gonna finish this off with this one, man. One thing I learned over the years, bro, my experience, especially in the prison field and just being outside, dealing with people on a day-to-day basis. You know, I deal with a lot of people, a lot of different personalities and stuff like that, man. And it's like a lot of folks are bullies, bro. A lot of folks want to be tough guys. A lot of folks are put on this mask all the time. They got something to prove, got something to show, bro. And it's like, man, what are we doing this for, bro? Like, what are you gaining from this, bro? That makes you feel macho, that make you feel masculine, that make you feel like a tough, like a strong man when you putting down somebody who you know can't help themselves, can't defend themselves, you know. There's so many bullies in this world, even at jobs, bro. Let's talk about jobs on that level, right? You have people who get in these positions of power, and you know with great power comes great responsibility. It sounds cheesy, but it's real life though. You know what I'm saying? When you have these powers and these abilities, and you're able to like low-key dictate certain people's lives, bro, you're supposed to use that for good, bro, not evil. You know, some people get in these positions that are evil, and they'll push you against the wall, man, and push and push and push, knowing you really can't do much about it, knowing you don't got a voice about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of bullies in this world, man. And this is why I tell people, man, make sure you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, man, because you shouldn't have to put up with nothing like that. You shouldn't have to deal with nothing like that. You know what I mean? You shouldn't be weak, bro, because somebody try to bully you, bro. Stand up for yourself, man. If you can't, you can't. But that's because you got work. You got things you need to work on. You know what I'm saying? But, man, there's so many bullies in this world, bro, and it's just like, it's other people's job to kind of put them in their place, I guess, man, or it's not even their job, bro. You know, it's your job to make sure you're not a victim, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be a conqueror victim. I talked about the other day, man. And, man, don't be a victim at the end of the day in anything you do or got going on in life, man. You want to be on top every time, bro. You feel me? So don't put yourself in that position, you know, because there's some people who are predators, bro, and they will look for somebody weaker than them to do whatever they want to do, man. Either bully, mentally abuse, physically abuse, you know what I'm saying, extort, whatever the case may be, you know, depending on the situation or circumstances, man. But you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that victim, bro. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're doing things you're supposed to be doing. Make sure you're in the gym. Make sure you learn a skill like boxing, a combat skill or something like that. Make sure you're working on even being able to have a conversation, bro. I'm not saying be confrontational, but don't shy away from confrontation. You know, sometimes you need that. Sometimes you'll get around somebody who they bully, they looking for somebody weaker than them, and then they do it to somebody they thought was weaker than them, and they barked up the wrong tree. Now they learn, you know what I'm saying? Now they never fought you again, you know what I mean? There's a lot of bullies in this world, man. And don't be a victim to that shit, man. Go ahead and make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. Don't be scared of confrontation, man. Sometimes it's a test, man. Sometimes you gotta see. Some people just want to test you and see what they get away with, bro. Don't let them get away with shit, man. Don't let these folks get away with shit. if you don't got to, bro. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta let some shit slide, bro. You know, sometimes it's not that deep. Let it slide, right? But sometimes you gotta make an example too. Sometimes you gotta show folks this shit ain't nothing to play with. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I'm gonna leave on that note, bro. Again, like always, man. Make sure y'all stay in that lab. Make sure y'all keep working on yourselves. Make sure y'all keep grinding and heading towards your goals, man. Stop making the same mistakes over and over, man. Stop making poor choices. Do the things you say you're gonna do. You have to believe in yourself first for you have other people believe in you, bro. You know? So work on that, man. Believe in yourself. Go to the mirror, talk to yourself, man. Go speak highly of yourself, man. Get around people who speak highly of themselves and speak highly about you. You know? Put in the work to earn that respect. Demand your respect, man. Make that shit undeniable, man. Stay in that lab, keep experimenting, keep working, keep testing new things, see what works, see what don't work, so you know which way you gotta go, you know? There's no such thing as failure in the lab, bro. When you're in that lab, there is no failure. You know, it's just an experiment, man. I might mix it over here and that shit go boom. Now I know not to do that again. I'm not finna make the same mistake again, though. And now I got that answer to mix it over here. Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for. Boom, green light, you know what I mean? There's no failure in the lab, man. Experiments. Test things out, see what works, see what don't work, man. So stay up in there and keep working. I'll catch y'all on the next episode, man.